countdown, just so you know.
Cool. Okay. Let me get a second to fix things a little bit.
You have more than a second, honey. You have 10 minutes. Well, technically speaking, you have a little more than 9.5.
Well, when I say take a second, honey, I mean take 10 minutes.
Ha!
Because I'll say it'll just take a second for me to finish. It doesn't. It takes much longer than that, but we're not going to get into the jokes today.
I'm so glad I put into tags a mature chat.
Do that, yeah. Good idea.
I mean, usually when I play games and I have Cobalt on here, we end up talking about politics. Don't even fucking ask me how.
Communism?
Probably.
Alright, what am I, I'm looking for a thing. There's Google.
Burb! Hello! No, wait, don't steal my toes, I need those.
Hello, Burb. Are we live?
Yeah, we are.
Alright, go, alright.
It is the countdown, but they can't hear us.
Oh no, why would they do that?
Burb says hello with a big smiley face.
Oh no.
Burb, are you enjoying the ASMR of my terribly sick voice? That is not a joke, I'm actually fucking dying.
You fool.
As the title says, we're doing session 0 of crisp, literally. Wonderful. Very, very crisp duck voice.
Fuck.
How's the volume of the background music? Is it okay? No, NJ, you can't hear it. It's strictly on stream.
I'm aware. I didn't say anything.
Oh, sorry, I thought you did. Okay.
No, I made a moaning noise that wasn't meant to be a moaning noise.
I'm so sorry.
How dare you? Blah.
Yeah, fair trigger warning, by the way. There is like I would say, 40-60 chance I may throw up. When that happens, I will try to mute, and I have a bucket right here.
Yes. Are we recording for the podcast as well?
I'll be saving the stream, and then I'll just, like, yeet it over to my YouTube.
Alright. Well, to anyone who may watch this is a Pokemon Isekai. However, it is not a straightforward pre-made system. I'm going to be doing a lot of things on the fly. I will be making up rules. Yes. As well as HP and AC, those are varied, because you know what? Normal people versus Pokemon are a little bit skewed.
It's very ambiguous. I have no idea what my AC or HP is.
You don't. You know, just don't get stabbed.
Burp was going, OMG, wait, that's a D&D stream? Going fucking feral.
D&D adjacent.
Yeah, D&D adjacent.
Tabletop roleplay stream.
It has something akin to D&D rules in certain aspects. However, we do not. I'm not like a half orc in a Pokemon world.
For people, they were from our world. They're going to be somewhat vaguely like how they are in real life, but then a little skewed because it'd be a little weird. Like, Melon, what does Melon do? Well, Melon does this. So I'm probably gonna have, yeah.
So
we're gonna play.
So considering I didn't think that we would be doing like a full-on like story-oriented session 0, I thought we were just gonna like talk about stats and shit. But I'm already streaming, so we're doing this.
First session is when the two players meet. That's the session 1. Session 0 and 0-1 is gonna be a thing.
But yeah, the character sheet that I have for the gameplay screen is very scuffed. It looks terrible, and I'm so sorry for causing everyone who witnesses it eye and brain cancer.
It doesn't look bad, I say, not knowing what it looks like at all.
Yeah, I have no idea what it looks like. It looks so bad. It's literally a picture of the character that I'm playing slapped next to a screenshot of the stats from Discord slapped right next to it.
Oh god, why would you do this to me? Where are your stats? Give me your stats. Alright.
I have a custom stat, by the way, which is art, which is
Yes.
a mixture of both dexterity and wisdom.
Also, in random points, they're going to be rolling random numbers to see if they stub their toe or miss poking their ear or some shit.
Or we accidentally run into, I don't know, Regigigas.
Nah, it's because you're going to trip and just hit your toe on a rock.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
you do. You're going to drink water wrong and choke a little bit.
I would like to drink a glass of water. Roll a d20. Why? Roll a d20.
This won't make sense to anyone else.
Die.
We have another Pokemon campaign. There's a character named Zen. They are a klutzy bitch, and so is Melon. So,
yeah.
So Melon, introduce your character.
Oh, okay, we're doing this
much
right now. We
backstory?
technically still have 3.5 minutes, but let's go to gameplay.
Never mind, we have 3.5 minutes.
It's too late. If I go to starting soon again, it will start at 10 minutes.
Alright, fine. we'll start now. Mwahaha.
Okay. Perp goes, oh my fucking gods, she, her. Yeah, so the character that I'm playing, their name is Pine. Or that's the name that they go by, because they can't actually remember their actual name. And their backstory is as follows, and here's a dramatic rating. With my sick fucking voice. For reasons unknown, Blank was in the forest in the dead of the night. It was fall, turning winter, and the first snow had fallen a little too early, making the pathways very slippery. Blank was running despite that, desperately trying to get away from something. It was freezing, and they had already lost their phone. It fell out of their hand while they were running, so they were unable to call for help. Whatever it was that was chasing them through the woods at night was catching up, and the panic spiked within them. They made the mistake of looking behind them, and their foot got caught in a root. They stumbled and slid, scraping their face and hands a little. They couldn't catch themselves in time and suddenly felt like floating, but then gravity set in 10 times in their stomach, as they realized they were falling off the side of a cliff. Some roots and bushes slowed their fall somewhat, but the ground, once they arrived, still knocked the air out of their lungs. Between the trees they saw the moon. For whatever reason, they reached their hand out as if begging the moon for help. Then their arm dropped, and their world faded to black. And that's it.
Alright, we're gonna get right into it right after. Continue right after that moment. As you lay there, your arm falls. The snow falling around you. Your body feels cold. My phone goes off. Damn it.
God damn it.
I know, Mom. Christmas is around the corner. God.
Still not getting over Vegigigas. I never said Vegigigas. I said Regigigas with an R.
Yeah. The titan of vegetables.
Shut up. I swear to God. Can't.
Planet Vegeta.
I didn't say Vegigigas. I said Regigigas.
Alright. As the snow falls around you, your body cold. Not as you realize your body is colder than the snow now. As you feel your life fading. Your subconscious sinks, and then you feel kind of warm. Too warm, to be honest. It's kind of uncomfortable with the heavy coat you have on. As you move your hands along the snow, you realize your body doesn't hurt anymore. As you move, the hand falls into the snow. As you realize that's way too warm to be snow, and feels weird. You try to gather the strength to open your eyes, but it's a bit tough. As you think the snowdrop falls on your face, it kind of gets in your eye, and it's more irritated. Your eyes do not like that. You rush your eyes as you slowly see gray snow fall.
I'm terrified. Where the fuck did you put me?
As you adjust, you see a tree above you. Enough just to keep out most of the snow. As you move back, you are still a little fatigued from your fall. The pain not there, but the panic still remains. As you slump up against the tree to get all that snow out of your face, you see a gray landscape with gray snow falling from the sky. You look to the left, you see a rugged mountain with steep steep slopes. It's kind of hard to see past more in greater detail because vision's very limited. Look to the right. You see a area with some tall grass and a couple lakes. Pondish lake kind of things. Your body's able to move properly again. What do you do?
I get up and try to see if I can, gather anything else from my surroundings. Maybe I can climb up the tree.
You're gonna try and climb up the tree. Okay.
Yes.
Let me take a look at your stats real quick. Roll me an acrobatics check.
Oh boy. I was
Nice.
going to set up a digital dice roller so I can roll on stream, but I didn't get to that yet. So I'm rolling physical dice. That doesn't look good. That's a 10 in total. Which checks
You
out.
are trying to climb up this tree as you realize it's not like a tree that you remember.
Excuse me.
Like the forest you just fell in, surrounded by pine trees. These look more like palm trees and are a lot harder to climb as you slide back down.
They look more like what?
Palm trees.
Palm tree. Oh.
As you try to look around, you realize even with the advantage of height, you realize it's kind of hard to see with all this snow, question mark?
I try to catch some of the falling quote-unquote snow in my hand so I can examine it.
You do it very easily. It is somewhat warm to the touch.
Oh, what's the texture? Is it actually the texture of snow, or is it more of like
Not
the texture
at all.
of? It's the texture of ash, isn't it?
It is the texture of ash.
I knew it. Oh, the air quality up here must be terrible.
You are at the base of it. You are not on the mountain or anything. Well, you assume the base. You're not near the top at all. As you realize you are next to a somewhat volcano? Maybe?
Oh!
You're not entirely sure. As there is ash falling around you. Not at an alarming rate, but there's just a lot of it. It's like a snowfall if it was ash.
Oh, great. I try to leave the area. I don't want to be caught up in that. I also don't want to inhale more ash than I probably already have. I also put on my goggles.
There you go. You have goggles. I put you in an area you can use them immediately. God
Yay!
I'm like, oh my god, win. As you try to make your way around, you put your goggles on so you can actually see a little bit better. As you realize you were between two very steep cliffs, surrounded by a fairly large tree line.
Oh. It's not at all what I remember.
There's some tall grass in front of you, as well as 2 ponds. And another tree line on the other side.
Well, I make my way through the tall grass, considering that's probably my best bet.
As you make your way through the tall grass, roll me a d20.
I'm terrified.
You should be.
No. Just a straight d20, nothing added?
Just a straight d20.
Okay,
Yep.
11.
11. As you make your way through, nothing really crazy happens. You get over to where the first pond is. As you notice, the pond water looks fairly clear despite all the ash in the area. As well as there's a
Hold
few...
on. Hold on.
Yeah.
I kneel down towards the pond. Cup my hands and try some of the water. Yes, I try to fucking drink it.
Alright.
Considering my throat must be parched. Just like IRL
As
right
you
now.
go a bit deeper into the water, because there is some ash on the top layer, you see it's pretty nice, like, water from, like, it's a bit warm. It's almost like, what's the right term? Like a natural hot spring kind of thing, without being an actual hot spring.
Okay.
Are you going to drink the hot spring water?
Yes.
You drink the very warm water. It's probably drinkable if, you get all the ash out of it, of the top part, but, It's also very warm, and it was a very uncomfortable drink, but you don't mind it as much.
I personally really wouldn't, because when I ran out of tea, I was just drinking warm water.
Which is something people do, and I forget about that, you weirdos. As that happens...
Speaking of running out of tea, give me a second. This has nothing to do with tea, actually. I just need to blow my nose, so I'm going to be muting for a second. Apologies. Okay, I'm back.
As you go to the pond, as you drink from the water, spring, lake kind of thing, I don't know if I know what it is.
The water.
As you drink from the water, you notice a little ways around, you see a rock with a kind of a disheveled kind of area, like something just happened there.
Oh no. I go over to check it out.
As you walk over to check it out, roll me a perception check.
Okay, Burp says, yes, you drink the water from the water.
Drink the water from the water.
Perception check. Okay, hold on. 17... That's a 23!
Yeah, okay. As you notice the rock, you can immediately tell there was some kind of skirmish here. Someone was attacked. They either ran away or something bad happened. Either way, there's a fishing rod, but it looks like it was snapped in half. Or cut in half? You can't really tell.
How's the string or whatever looking from the fishing rod?
Oh, it is 100% cut. There's a bunch on the handle part where you would use for the reel, but it is,
Then I'd like to take that.
You can absolutely take the string off the reel, 100%.
I detail if I ever start getting... Nah, don't worry about it, Burb.
God, I have no idea how much a normal amount of string would be. As
I don't
you
know.
then look around the area a little bit, we'll figure out that later. You have a certain amount of fishing rod. It could be...
Actually, let's do it in like halves or whatever. So would you say that on the handle part there would be like, I don't know, 2/3 or 3/4 of the fishing rod, or how much do you say?
Let's say about half. Half of the.
Okay, so I have half a fishing rod string lit. Thank you.
As you see the other half along the. About to be pulled into the lake, basically, but being kind of caught on some just coast, near lake rocks, where it's just not falling. As you then see, with that high-ass roll, a pretty destroyed bag on the ground.
Oh, I absolutely rummaged through that.
As you rummage through the bag, you notice this weird purple-ish bottle that looks like a spray bottle. I doesn't know what this is, but
I spray some on the back of my hand and then just smell it. I just.
As you spray, it kind of stings a bit. You're like, ow, ow. But then it actually feels kind of really good.
Oh,
Does
so
it have
then
it smells like.
Then I assume that it's just like disinfectant.
As then you see 3 balls fall out of the bag.
Oh, I examined them.
One of them looks blue with like these red highlight like kind of thingy things on top of it. The other looks black with like a golden U on top. As well as another one looks blue but with like this net kind of lining on it.
Okay.
Well, and you would know there'd be a Great Ball, Ultra Ball, and Netball as long with the potion.
Yeah.
The character has no, obviously. Yeah.
Because she hit her head.
And she has no idea where she's at.
Yeah, she's got terrible memory loss currently.
Yeah. And that's about all that's in that bag. Now just kind of like a ragged, torn cloth.
What material is it made out of?
It's a sack. Just cloth. Nothing crazy.
Nah, I'll leave it. I'll find something better to sew myself something with.
Yeah.
Alright, then I continue my attempted descent down the mountain volcano thing. Onwards.
As you get to one side, going away from the mountain, you realize it's kind of a climb up to get out. You're in like this weird valley kind of area.
I kind of like look up the way that I need to climb. Like, I was never good in sport, I don't think. And I start climbing up.
Roll me a acrobatics check.
Yep. Acrobatics, you said, right?
Yes.
That's an 11. That's 1 point higher than trying to climb the tree.
As you try to climb up this rocky surface, a rock breaks underneath you and you fall on your butt.
I let out a loud yelp.
As you let out a yelp, you hear a strange cry.
You quickly slap both hands over my mouth and start looking around. Excuse me.
As then you burp.
Sorry. I need to let those
Making
out, or
another
otherwise
noise.
I'm going to actually have to throw up. Oh wait, fuck, you told me to roll something, right? Perception?
That you could roll perception, 100%.
Okay. Because I'm looking around over like the source of the strange cry. 17 total.
As you look around, you then take the time to look up. You see this weird bird that looks massive, even in the distance.
Fuck.
It looks kind of silver-ish. And sharp. As you realize, it is looking for whatever made that noise.
Am I still in like the tall grass?
You are near it.
I quickly hide in the tall grass.
As you hide in the tall grass, you see this thing swoop lower. As you could go towards it, or you could run into the tree line. What would you like to do? Or you could wait there.
I think I'm going to try and slowly make my way towards the mine. You said
The tree line.
the tree line. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to try and slowly make my way towards the tree line, while trying to keep an eye on the giant bird, because I do not fancy becoming its next meal.
Roll me a stealth check.
Yep. Come on. Oh no! Oh, that's a 5 total.
Mm-hmm. As you're about to make it into the tree line, you hear a you actually you hear a call. As you see this thing with a weird shell appear, as more ash gets blown from it. As you see this boy, as I try to find the cat for this, 1 second.
Hi, Mudkip. Nice to see you
Hi,
again.
Mudkip.
I'm really sick.
As you
Isémon,
see
say
this
less, you mad geniuses.
As you see this thing, as you are now pelted with steam
Oh, cool.
in the face.
I see a torkoal, by the way. Sick.
Oh, you
Go
stepped
to
on
bed,
it.
you crazy witch. No.
As you step on a torkoal.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
Oh, nah. Fuck being stealthy. I run for it. Fuck that.
As you run into the tree line, you see the bird that was attacking you immediately try to dive into the tree line. As you quickly rush in before they can actually hit you, you see it cut into a tree, but then kind of get stuck into it and trying to get out. As the torkoal then looks around to see what steps on it, as sees the Skarmory, the steel bird that was about to run into you, and then blast fire at it. You seeing this thing shoot fire, you're like, nope, and you continue running faster.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I pick up my speed.
Until off the route.
Yep. Fuck that.
Which is something that in my games, in Pokemon games, chat, is something I don't ever recommend really doing.
Yeah.
Because that's where the dangerous stuff is in the Pokemon world. However, they don't know what's going on.
We're relatively at the beginning. I just recently woke up. Sorry. Go on.
Yes.
DM.
For anyone who wasn't here, I think it was Mudkip.
Yep.
Or whoever. They have been Isekai. They don't have memories of what their name is, and they died in like a snowy area. They died, they think. I don't know. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, they have no idea.
They don't. They were injured. They were in a snowy area. Then they're in an ashy area next to like a volcano, in like this mountain steep. And now they're like being chased by these weird creatures. They don't know what they are.
And one of them can apparently spit fire. The other one is made out of metal.
And they're like, oh no, I don't like this. Now they're running to the tree line.
Yep.
As you run, make a perception check.
Oh great. Okay, well I'm good at those. Watch me roll in that one.
Roll that one.
Oh, thank goodness. I didn't. It's a 22.
As you roll a 22, you don't know what those creatures are.
Yeah,
don't know what they
absolutely
are.
not.
But you are on edge looking for any other ones. You see a couple weird ones here and there. Let's see what I can grab.
Oh no.
You see a fly above, but they're nowhere near you because they're not trying to go into the route in the woods. We're fucking. That's the wrong route I'm using for examples.
By the way, I'm so sorry for like the weird overview of like her stats and everything. I didn't think we would be doing like a full-on session 0. I thought session 0 meant like, oh, you're just going over stats and technical shit. No, that's apparently not what it means.
Oh, it usually does, but I like having
What you're
ones
using to
for
play /visuals Roll20? No, though Roll20 is my preferred thing. We are straight up just using Discord and Theater of the Mind.
Yeah. I might think about something later on, but I was informed about this game while I was kind of working, so I was not having time or anything really.
I literally texted NJ like, hey, I have this idea, do you want to DM for us? And NJ was like, sure.
Why not? As you see these like giant orange rat, I mean not orange, purple rat, along with other weird creatures that you just try to avoid. As you make your way further and further, you realize there's a direction that has less and less of them. As you keep running and running, you notice the trees that were marked with big slashes are being avoided by the other creatures, so you start running that way.
Yep.
As you make it further and further, you get to a point where you don't see any other ones.
At that point, I'll most likely slow down and try to catch my breath while leaning against one of the slashed trees.
You are not the most athletic endurance person, so you are just like,
fuck not.
As you try to breathe, you're out of the ashy area a bit, but you can still tell that there were still some flakes somewhat nearby, and you're like coughing a little bit.
Yeah. I rummaged through my bag to see what I have. Find the half-empty water bottle and just chug that.
You do. Your throat clears up and you feel a lot better with the coughing. Heart's still pounding. You're freaking out. You don't even know what your name is.
Yep.
You're just scared. What would you like to try and do?
Okay, so I do what I usually do, when I am panicked and I have no idea what's going on. So I start pacing and I start talking to myself.
Hi, go off!
Go
off, queen! See what you got. I want to hear this. I totally adjusted in my chair, put my feet up, and grabbed a water bottle, like, oh, let's see what's happening.
So, I'm pacing around, and I list off all of the things that's happened so far. Like, okay, so, think. I have no idea what the fuck my name is, but the last thing I remember is running in a dark place. It was cold, and I slipped, probably because I was a dumbass, and I hit myself multiple times. I have bruises all over, but they somehow don't hurt as much as they should, probably. And then I wake up in this place. There's a giant metal bird that wants me dead. There is a giant fire turtle or tortoise that wants me dead. I am in a forest and buttfuck nowhere. There's slashes along the trees, and I am currently completely alone. At least I hope I'm alone. Dear gods, please tell me I'm alone. Actually, is it better to be alone, or is it better to be with someone? Oh my gods, where is actually civilization? What direction should I go for civilization? This is not making me feel better. I don't know what to do. Oh my gods. I start pacing faster and faster.
Are you getting louder?
Yes, I start to get a little louder.
Okay.
Like, the more confident I am that I'm alone, the louder I get.
Alright. Keep going, I want to see what happens.
Oh, dear gods, okay, hold on. Because there's another one of those very treacherous burps stuck in my throat, and I don't want to accidentally throw up on stream. Let's just hope for the best. What else could I do? Fuck, I broke myself out of the rambling. Okay, putting myself back into focus mode. I start, instead of pacing, I start going in just one direction. Because... Just shut up. And, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and head this way. Any way would be better than just going in circles at this point, I think, considering I am out of water, I don't have any food on me, I have no idea where I am. If I find civilization, I can ask them where I am. Maybe somebody here knows me. Until then, I need to come up with some kind of name to call myself if I run into somebody.
As you continue to walk, following the slashes, because you know that's where Pokemon avoid, you find this grassy cliff kind of thing, where it's just like a steep cliff above, as you see a bunch of leaves and whatnot underneath it, with random items here and there.
Instead of jumping down the cliff, I try to like slide
No,
down.
you are facing it. You are underneath it, looking up at it.
Oh!
You are in front of the leaves. Yeah, sorry.
I start walking towards it, I suppose.
As you walk towards it, you see a couple weird items lying there, like a hat and a few other things that you just don't really fully recognize yet because you're a little far. As you make the way closer, you see a hat that matches the fishing rod. You're like, oh, that was probably that. Connected. As well as these weird fruits, you think? These really big things that are, you do not recognize what they are. Kind of half-eaten, starting to go a little bad. You can tell by just the smell. Like, that smells incorrect.
I put them back down.
As you realize this is kind of a peaceful and quiet spot.
Huh. I look around to see if I can find anything, or maybe anyone else, maybe a path of some kind.
It is just wooded area and not very clear paths. You see a few more trees with slashes, and you're just kind of stuck.
You know what? I keep following the trees with the slashes, considering that's at least a path to follow.
As you notice, you are kind of surrounded by them on all sides at this point.
Okay, then at that point, I look around and I see that everywhere has those slashes. And I, like, angle up my head and I groan and I go, fuck!
Roll a nature check. Or, no, roll survival.
Oh, no.
Nature works.
For fuck's sake.
It could be either way, so it doesn't matter. You listen.
Okay. So we're settling with nature?
Nature, yeah.
Okay, 17.
Even though you don't recognize the animals from before, you do know somewhat about animals in your world. And you notice these kind of look like an animal marking its territory.
Now that my head is a little bit more clear, I come to that conclusion. I'm like, oh fuck, what if I'm in its lair? Oh, I should probably quickly make my way literally anywhere else.
As you hear a tree being cut-ish, you see it cut and fall down as you see this thing rushing towards you.
I run!
As you run, you realize this thing is gaining on you. You can tell it is faster.
I keep running until it's, like, closer to me, and if it tries to like hit me or slash me or whatever, I want to strategically fall to the ground.
You do that. It gets fat, gains on you, and gains on you as you then immediately. Ragdoll. Yeah, roll me a d20 to see how good you ragdoll.
I actually ragdolled for a short movie not too long ago. 17.
You just ground, immediately go down as you see this thing slice through a tree, as it kind of gets stuck in the tree a little bit, as you see it breathing heavily.
I try to get up, probably clumsily fall to my ass, and quickly back up, but still keeping an eye on the strange creature.
As you keep an eye on it, I want you to roll me a perception check.
Yep. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. 18, 19, 20, 24.
24. This thing is injured. Badly. You can tell this thing has burns along its body, like it just lost a bad fight.
I weigh my options for a second, knowing that I probably don't have a lot of time until this thing gets loose and probably cuts me up into sashimi or something. And then decide that, hey, wait, I found this antiseptic thing. So I quickly take that out of my bag since I don't have a lot of shit in my bag. And I kind of just aggressively spray it on the burns.
As you try to do this, you see it take its giant blades out of the tree and try to rush towards you as you just spray it in the face. As you see it flinch for a second, just like, ah! As it try to moves its side, its blades in front of its hands, it's just like, ah, there.
In front of its hands?
Blade hands. As it feels the sting of it in its eyes, and as it for a second just takes and feels better. Like the moment you just get into a hot bath and it stings you, and then it goes, ah. As it
at first
I
stand there like, oh shit, oh fuck, I think I made it worse, and then it relaxes and I'm like, does it feel better, buddy?
You can tell it looks a little better, but still pretty injured. As it is now just kind of staring at you, still with an angry look on its face.
I shake the bottle next to my ear to gauge how much is still inside.
About one more good squirt.
I like also try to talk with my hands to try and make it more clear. I point at the bottle and I go, I have one more, and then I hold up one finger. One more squirt, and I make like a squirting motion with my other hand of this. And then I point towards its burns.
Roll pokey handling.
Okay. That's a total of 6.
It starts to slowly come towards you.
I nervously start to back up again.
Violent. Still looking very angry.
Nervously back up again. It's like, and I can also just hand it to you, you know? Do you want it? And I like hold it out as I'm backing away.
As it raises its blade hand, what do you do?
I close my eyes and pray.
Yeah? You sure about that one, champ?
No,
okay.
Obviously not. That would be the end of the fucking campaign.
Well, roll me a d. Okay, so you are gonna do something. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I just straight up, like, I unscrew the bottle as quick as possible. I don't have to fully fucking unscrew it, just enough for the fucking top to be loose. I throw the damn bottle of antiseptic at it. I turn on my heel and I run.
Roll me d20.
Yeah. 13.
As the bottle comes undone, it gets splashed with it as it stops for a second with a flinch and it just heals. Roll me a d20 with disadvantage.
Oh no. Okay. Oh, that's such a good roll too. No. Do you want to hear both of the rolls that I had?
Yes.
So the first one was a 19. The second one is a 2.
Yeah. Just like before, you running in the woods. You trip on nothing. You clumsy bitch.
I trip over my own fucking feet. Checks
You
out.
trip over your feet. As it looks stunned, it's just standing over you. And then it just turns and goes to the cliff face you were at before. As it sits down and starts trying to clean its injuries a bit in a weird sense. As it looks like it's not hostile towards you anymore. It's not going to stab you.
I kind of like... I keep my distance. As I watch it go back to what I assume is kind of like its home / its spot. With like the rotting fruit and shit. It's like, damn, you live like this. And then I slowly stand up and contemplate if I can just leave it here, or if I should try to help it, but what could I even do to help?
As you noticed from before, the 2 sprays of it does seem to look it better, but it still looks pretty injured. But now it doesn't look like it's about to pass out like it was before. Like if you saw an imaginary health bar, instead of being at the red, it's in the yellow.
Woo!
It's going towards a very, like, greenish yellow.
Okay.
As it then kind of smells the berries and then kind of flicks them away. Realizing they're bad.
I do the absolute lunatic thing. Of like semi-approaching it, like approaching it a little bit, but not enough for it to like just move its elbow and kill me immediately.
You see its eyes go to you and then leave you.
And I clear my throat a little and go, so, do you know which way to civilization?
It looks at you and then looks back away.
Figured. So, is there anything I can do to help?
Oh, Poke handling.
Yep. Did we learn what kind of Pokemon it is? We did not.
Yeah.
Yet.
I mean, I did send a picture to Melon, however, it's very much... they don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah. Fuck, how does math work? 14, 15, 16, 17, 17 total.
As you see it points with one of its... large scythe-like arms.
I immediately flinch.
It points to one of the to 2 of the berries that it, to the fruit berry thingies that it had thrown away. To a blue one that looked like this, blueberry but a little more plumped and bigger. And this other blue one that looks like a blue strawberry kind of thing.
Oh, you want me to get some of these?
Either.
There it is,
You
name
can tell
drop.
that there you go, it's either. As you then seem to get a better look, you see the scars it kind of has along its body, along with the burns. It does not have a scarf, though, like in the picture I just sent you.
Yeah.
Scars along its eyes, its shoulders, even the back of their sides.
Damn, bro.
You can tell, just from those, this thing fights above its weight class.
Awesome.
Like, it's fighting way stronger things than it should.
And I nod. And even though I have no idea how I would go about finding these berries, what I do is I take the berries, rotten or not, just for reference. Actually, no, never mind. I don't take the berries. I take out my sketchbook and my pen, and I kneel down and I draw a rough sketch of the berries into my sketchbook. Would you like me to roll for art?
Roll for art!
Rolling for art! Art!
Yes, like the meme.
Nat 20! 25. Total.
As you do that, you take the time, about 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes, as you keep, you're like, oh, but detail, but this, that, is you have 2 pristine pictures. Like, well, it's the same picture, but like 2 of the berries drawn right next to each other.
Yeah. And I also like
As you
kind
then
of
realize-
put notes under them of like what shade of blue they are.
As you realize, the Scyther, it's a Scyther, is
Duh.
over your shoulder watching you. You didn't realize it was right next to you, because you were just so you were in this art. You're like,
Oh yeah, I
art!
was in the zone.
And this thing is now over your shoulder, looking at the picture.
I would jump a little bit upon realizing, cause like, oh fuck, where did you come from? Obviously not saying that out loud.
You get jump scared.
Yeah, I get jump scared.
I just go, Scyther!
Sorry, I was just...
And points at your book.
Oh, that. I, kinda just woke up with it. There's a lot of... And I, like, go through the pages, and there's, like, some... random, like, pose reference doodles. Some more sus than others. As well as, like, random characters that I do not remember at all. Cobalt! You've graced us with your presence. Unmuted. Also, NJ, I just realized you were using the wrong muted chat the entire time. We have a session muted chat.
Oopsie. Maybe.
Whoopsies. Hold on.
I'm burned right now. Hi, sorry about that.
No worries. We're doing a session 0 improv. We are live.
Fuck, he...
Burb
We're very
greets
light.
you with a shocked face and going, a creature.
I can barely hear you guys. One moment.
Hi. As you show him the pictures, it looks very interested. As it then goes back to the berry one, you see it take its sigh, and in the dirt, kind of draw this crude picture of the berry. See, let's roll for its art. It's a circle
Oh!
and a triangle. You think.
Mhm.
That
And what
one.
composition are they? Is the triangle on top of the circle? Is the tip...
And the same as
of
your
the-
picture.
Ah! Oh, I see. It's trying to imitate my pictures.
As it then tries to draw something else.
Okay.
With the 15, it's still a very crude picture, but it looks like a specific kind of bush tree thing. And then he draws the bad circles and triangles in the two different ones. Basically like, hey, this is what they look like.
Oh, okay. And I quickly jot that down as well, like which one grows on like a tall bush, which one on a low bush,
Yeah.
etc. And then I like look around to see if I can like spot any from where I'm standing. And if I can't, then I'll just ask the
It points
Scyther.
off in a direction.
Awesome.
It points off in a direction. Yeah.
And I nod and I turn to it and go, I'll hurry as quickly as I can.
As
And-
it then goes to.
And I jog off very quickly. I can't run anymore. My legs are fucking jello, but I can definitely jog.
As you jog, roll me a d20.
10.
Stumble again.
For fuck's sake.
Now roll me a perception check.
Oh, you motherf... This is the DM
Wait,
I
what?
have to deal with.
What just happened?
He made me
Yeah,
roll a
form
d20 to
Pokemon.
see how well I jog, and I stumbled. And then he's like, okay, now roll a perception to see if you can actually
It's not
spot
my fault.
the
Your
thing.
backstory, you trip over nothing.
I tripped over a root!
Sure, you did.
I did a dramatic reading of my backstory at the beginning of the stream. Perception. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You are able to find both bushes with about three berries each.
I pick all them berries and hurry back.
As you hurry back, you see another creature.
Lit!
Yes, that's the way to describe this creature.
Oh, hold on. Oh, Burb, I'm so sorry. I can't uncensor you at the moment. I have my browser closed. Oh, there we go. Allow. There we go. Don't you worry. It's a slutty 20. It sure is.
Yeah. As you see that one turtle thing from earlier. Look at you. Still aggravated.
I stop in my tracks, and then I start to slowly back away, holding my bag behind my back. For those, just for description's sake, essentially she has like a worn out bag, like in the color of leather, but it is definitely like denim type of material, and it's a over the shoulder, so it's like a one strap over the shoulder.
Denim.
All right. So yeah, awesome. I have the bag so that the main of it is hidden behind my back as I slowly make my way backwards from the angry fire turtle.
Tortoise? Oh, I don't know. As you see it looking very, very upset at you.
What? What's the matter? I don't understand.
Roll me a perception check.
Yep. Nat 20! So a 26.
You can tell this is a different one than before. As you then notice the trees in this area have a different kind of marking on it. More of a burn mark kind of place.
Oh! Oh shit, these are yours! Can I take at least one of each?
As you see it about to shoot fire at you.
Okay. I quickly take
I recommend
out.
dodging.
Oh yeah, dodge, obviously.
By that, I mean about to shoot fire, it's shooting fire at you.
Oh, okay. Then say that.
Let me
dumbass.
rephrase.
Yeah, I rolled a dodge.
Roll me 80-20. Plus dex, I guess.
Plus dex. So that's a 14 total.
Yes. You dodge out of the way. With just like a singe on your clothes. Like, oh, that almost killed me.
Yep.
What would you like to do?
Let me think.
What would you like to go into this turtle Pokemon?
Hold on. You know what? I take one of each of the berries that I picked. I, like, crush them in my hands and I just throw the goop at it.
As you goop its snoot. Roll me 80-20 to see if you hit it.
Ha! That almost fell off. 14.
You got the goop on its eyes. As you see the steam blow out of its nose and back.
Awesome. I make a run for it. Trying to do, like large strides.
As you run as fast as you can for the third time today.
My body was not built for this.
You see the Torkoal run just head against the ground against a tree to get the goop off, and then it sees you and then starts running after you. You noticing you're a bit faster than this one.
Sorry, could you repeat that last part? I was blowing my nose.
As you notice, you're a bit faster than this one.
Awesome. What I do, since I don't want to accidentally lead this danger turtle or tortoise to the domain of the already injured, Scyther. She like tries to take random turns to confuse it and also to make it harder to catch up with her.
Okay. Roll me a deception check.
Up there. 19 total.
Okay. Then roll me a history.
Hey, ooh, okay. Oh, fuck!
What?
I love how you can slowly hear my realization. Sorry. That's a 15 total.
Alright. As you are able to make your way back to that area, after taking a while of going in and out,
I arrive there, and like, when I do, I'm like dragging my feet at this point.
you are just...
Yeah, I like lean against the tree with one of my arms. The other arm is leaning on my leg. Well, my legs are fucking bucking, and I'm like, I got the berries.
As you see the eyebrow of the Scyther raise in confusion. Shrugs. And as you're about to go get the berries, you hear a steam sound again.
Oh, come on!
As you see the...
I just quickly take out the berries. I'm just gonna like shove them towards the Pokemon.
You do. The Scyther has them in their arms, like, and just holding them in their blade hands.
Eat them, I'll distract the thing. Again. And I, with my tired fucking legs, run back over to the steam sound.
Alright. You do. Roll me a Poke handling.
Sure. Why do I suddenly feel out of breath? That's an 18 total.
As you run back, you see this thing charging at you. As it's not charging very fast, because it's still a tortoise. Quicker than a normal tortoise, but it's like a fat dog running. It's like
Oh no. Fat dogs are so cute, but I feel very sorry for them because dogs are not meant to be fat.
Yeah.
I run dead towards it, and then in like the last second, I do a fucking L turn.
The camera goes, you sprint at it. It sprints at you. You sprint at it. You sprint at you. Oh, it's coming at you. Its eyes are squinting more than it already is, and you make a sharp left. And it goes, what the fuck?
I debate that thing.
As more steam comes out as it looks annoyed, it then turns and opens its mouth.
As I turn to look at it, I see that, and I immediately have a feeling of, oh fuck. As I start running around to make myself a harder to hit targets.
Roll me acrobatics.
Sure. I think, yeah, that's a 10 total.
As you go, your foot gets caught in a root again.
Shit!
As the blast is coming right at you. You have a flashback to after you fell off the cliff. Lying there. Looking for anyone to help you. Asking the moon. As you feel like you're gonna have the same feeling over again. Until a tree falls in front of you. Your heart not moving. You're breathless and stunned. As you see the tree take the fire blast. As you turn to look, you see the Scyther. Still a bit injured. But see, he's eaten 3 of the berries. Looking a bit healthier.
There's definitely tears running down my face. Like, I absolutely started sobbing like a baby.
As the Scyther...
As I look up at
yeah,
the...
you go.
Sorry?
You go.
As I look up at essentially my savior, with an open mouth shocked expression, kind of like the shocked Pikachu face, but definitely way more dramatic and less meme-y. I'm at a loss for words.
As the Scyther, with one big step, steps on the tree and starts walking along it, eyeballing the Torkoal.
I don't know if I should intervene or not. Like, it was my character. Like, at this point, she's sitting up. And she's, like, kinda hesitantly reaching out, but not really saying anything. Like, any sound that she could make gets caught in her throat. As she's kinda just watching this go down now. Because she's sitting there like, what the fuck could I do? I almost got turned into a fucking kebab.
As it takes, while still staring at the Torkoal, takes the back of its hand and kind of moves it to your backpack. Kind of cutting it open. So all the items fall out.
Oh! Dang it!
As your sketchbook and pen pulls out, it points at it. And then points at itself as it starts walking towards the Torkoal.
It takes a second for the information to dock. And then I don't question it at the time, for the time being, like, oh, okay then. I pick it up as I hear tinnitus in one of my ears. Oh god, it's getting worse. Hold on. Sorry. There we go, it's better now. Yeah, I take my fucking notebook and I just open it at a random page. I take my pen and I start sketching. It's like, okay,
Roll
okay,
me-
dude.
Roll me a art check.
I don't-
I've added a stat. It's called art.
Yeah, you can see it in like the shitty Discord screenshot that I added because I was not at all prepared. 22.
Because you were able to draw this battle. You can tell when it gets hit by some of the fire, it hurts a lot. However, you notice the burns that it's receiving from this thing look a lot weaker than the ones it already had. Like whatever hit it before was so much stronger than this little turtle that it would honestly, the thought of that scares the shit out of you.
Oh yeah.
So much so that Cobalt leaves. By the way, that person who was speaking before is the other player.
Excuse me. I want to apologize for burping a lot this stream as well. My throat is really sore, as you can hear. And like every time I clear my throat, I automatically, without meaning to, I swallow, and I swallow air. And it's either I belch as soon as I feel it coming up, or I hold it back and then I throw up later. So, I'm sorry.
As this battle proceeds, as you sketch this Scyther, you see it dodging a lot of the blasts with its hands, kind of pushing them away, moving around. It almost looked like a dance. Like a swords dance.
Badum.
As it happens a few times, as after that, you see it one of its thighs come down on the Torkoal, cutting it very, very badly.
I cringe a little.
As you see this thing get completely knocked unconscious with one attack. As you see it, like cheer and victory, it yells. As it begins to walk back over to you.
I let out a breath that I didn't even realize I was holding near the end of the battle. I was definitely not holding that during the entire battle. I would have been passed out.
Yeah. As Hector seems to have won this battle.
I get up, and then I notice the rest of my items falling out of my bag, and I look down at my bag, and see that it's completely torn open. And I sigh.
You pick up all your stuff.
I
Just
pick
hold
up.
it in your arm.
I use the fishing rod string that I got earlier, and kind of just like bind it all together, and then bind a loop, so I can hang that over my shoulder until I can get a needle and thread to fix my bag.
As you do that, you see Scyther going back to its camp. It being probably about as injured as it was after the first spray. Maybe a little bit more. But it still looks pretty hurt. As again, you notice the burns looking very different along their body. The one before looked darker and more permanent. You see it go back to its little hut, where one of these strawberries that look blue are kind of there. Still the last one. As it then takes it, and as you can see some of the burns from Torkoal kind of go away, as it looks a bit better.
I follow it, because really I have nowhere else to go.
Yep.
And then I take out the page, or pages, of the battle that I drew, and I hand it to the Scyther.
As it looks at it, it's like, I look cool. Yeah. As it hands it back to you, and like points back at the book, like, put it back in there. Where'd they go, right?
Oh, okay. And I put it back in the book. Obviously, it's not gonna be back in there permanently. It's gonna fall out. Unless I, like, find a map to put it in. Not a map, a folder.
Hey, roll me
Sorry.
a strength check.
What?
Roll me a strength check.
Okay. 13?
As you start funneling that, you see the Scyther basically fall on top of you. As you kind of fall back as well, unable to support its weight. You're not hurt or anything, but your bag kind of falls open again. As it's kind of laying on you, pretty exhausted.
Wait, OMG, he huggy. No, he not huggy. He's
He injured. He's tired. He's tired. He's sleepy.
He's eepy.
He's sleepy. He's red. The Pokemon story. Oh god.
And I was gonna say, like, my character was gonna say something, but then she's like, me too. And kind of like, she doesn't know what to do with her hands. So she, like, finds a spot that's, like, not terribly burnt, puts one of her hands on top of that spot, and, like, kind of, like, how do I say it? Pats the Pokemon?
You pat at the back of the head, yeah.
And since she's finally able to lay down without, like, something other is going to fucking murk me, she falls the fuck asleep.
As you fall asleep. Well, before you do that, the hand goes across Scyther's head, its eyes kind of twitching, barely staying awake. As you start petting its head, it starts to close its eyes.
Aww.
As you both fall asleep. You then wake up. You sleep. You have a dream.
I have a dream. That one day.
You have... One day, our people, as you fall asleep, you look back up at the moon. You're covered in snow, your body broken. You hear what sounds like a chime. In a nice, gentle voice. You can't make out what it says. Besides, hopefully this time. As you then wake up, the Scyther's still on top of you. Still fairly injured, but looks a little better.
I sigh and I kind of look up at the ceiling, unsure if I'm legally allowed to move or not.
As you start to wake up a little bit, you shuffle a bit, where the Scyther opens its eyes and looks at you.
I chuckle a little bit and go, I can't imagine that I'm a comfortable pillow.
As it looks at you, it looks at your bag that's still kind of just spilled open next to you. It looks at one of the items in particular, and then looks and points off into the distance in a certain direction.
Do you want me to go there?
As it then goes over to the ball, with the blue ball with the net, and pokes it.
I
Entering
sit
the
up.
ball.
Sorry,
As
say
you
that
realize this giant creature goes in this tiny little ball.
I look extremely shocked at this revelation. Like, what did I just witness? And I am unsure what to do as I then go over and pick up the ball.
You caught a Scyther. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm unsure if I should, like, press the button, or if I should just try and gather my stuff and leave, or tidy up its home.
It pointed in a direction, and then went in the ball. That's what you know.
I hope that the decision that I'm making is the right one. So I gather my stuff again, I tie it up with the string. I put it in my bag as best as possible, trying to avoid the slash. And I put the Pokeball that the Scyther is in, I put that in my jacket pocket instead.
The netball, yeah.
Yeah. And I head off into the direction that it pointed at.
Yep. And that's where we're gonna end it for today.
Woo!
Yay!
Woo!
So the moves you know it can use. You don't know its level, you don't know its gender, you don't know its ability, but you know it can slash, and you know it can swords dance.
Yay! Oh, excuse me.
Yay! Hi, chat. What do you think? I'm not looking at you, but what do you think, chat?
What's your opinion? How did you like session 0? Thank you for the follow! Leakate456. Burp thinks that the Scyther is baby.
Scyther is baby. Scyther's very injured baby, but baby.
Yes. And he definitely loves pictures of himself. I hope that by tomorrow I'm feeling a little bit better. Tomorrow's gonna be session 1.
Session 1. Hopefully tonight, if you're able to wake up early enough, we could do a session 0 with Cobalt after they get off work.
I'm unsure because Mom and I are going to the doctor tomorrow. So again,
Okay.
I'm unsure.
Alright, so their session 0 might be in the beginning of their session. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. By then
Yours
I
needed
hopefully
a little bit more time.
by then I hopefully have a better display of my character sheet. And probably also an online dice roller.
Yeah.
That I can display on the stream as well. So the stream doesn't have to rely on just trusting me. Source, trust me, bro.
Are you able to show a little bit of Discord chat?
I think so. I've never tried.
Specifically the second one. And we'll just have a rule: we do not post anything in there unless it's relevant to the thing, so we can still have people see stuff, what's going on.
Sorry, repeat that entire thing again. I had to blow my nose because it was turning
How
into
dare
Niagara
you.
Falls.
We have something similar to. By the way, this is the picture that you kind of drew, including the injuries. But I don't have a fucking photo of that. Kind of that kind of thing.
You better be sending it into session mute. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably something like that I drew. I was envisioning something similar to it.
Yeah. That was one of the photos. You do probably a couple. The fight lasted a minute, and you were like, "This is good."
Oh yeah, I mean, I did say that I ripped out like multiple pages.
Yeah. As you blah 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 blah. As you do that. If you were able to put like the session muted chat up, so we can just have them be like, "Oh, that's what's going on."
I'll
Just a little bit more.
Sorry. I'll definitely try, but I can't promise anything.
Of course. It's early on.
Yeah. I'm still figuring shit out. Alright, it is time to open browser again so I can see who to raid. Because I always raid people at the end of my streams. Welcome to chat, NJ!
Oh, wow. Crazy.
It's
Thank you
crazy.
so much for watching, everyone who came in. I'm NJ with DM. I hope you're ready for the people who are victims of Truckun.
Yeah. I wonder if Cobalt is sorry. If Cobalt is also going to do a dramatic rating.
Hopefully, we can try something.
Yeah. By the way, if anyone is interested, the music that I was playing in the back of the stream this entire time, it is a copyright-free / royalty-free music from a channel called Starry Attic on YouTube. they make copyright-free / royalty-free music. All of their stuff is copyright free, royalty free. And the one that I was playing in the background, I don't know what the fucking title is because it's in Korean, but the thumbnail has Ib on it, and it is music that they have composed themselves. So yeah, this is where I get most of the background music from for my streams. You know what? I think I'm going to raid Digital Ember because they're playing Jackbox Party Packs, and that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
It's the Eep music. Yes. Raid Digital Ember. And there we go. I just need to wait for things to work out in my favor. And I really hope that I'll get better. That I feel better in the morning. Because I don't want to have to sit here again and be like, oh, am I going to throw up or am I going to be fine?
Yeah. What time is the stream? What time are we doing it tomorrow?
Sorry?
What time are we doing it tomorrow?
Well, I put it down as 10 p.m. my time, so 4 p.m. your time. But we are
Cool.
living like a 30-minute wiggle room, right?
I don't think so anymore.
Oh,
You mean like as in like people joining and starting? Yeah, that's fine.
also for Cobalt.
Yeah. No, I was like, wait, what do you? I thought you meant like time zones for a second.
Nah,
because I was in a different. Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and let's go raid
Yeah.
Digital Ember because they're really cool. Bye.
Later.